Alright guys, let me quickly narrate this missing clip. This clip's missing from my files. Me playing guitar. It was on my old YouTube, and that YouTube channel got shut down after I posted the My Free Cams girls, which are in CIA families and so forth, which is why Google pulled my page. It wasn't just because of that, but that was kind of the cover for it. But here, let me narrate this clip for you, and then post it. Well, let's start from the beginning. Anyway, what you're hearing here is obviously it's that guitar. It's the white Ibanez Gem Steve Vai model. Remember the assault robbery, and I mentioned the guitar was apparently given to Steve Vai, and he put in a video, and then it was on my YouTube page that they pulled on my birthday, October 23rd, 2018. It would have been Dark Matter. You can watch the video on YouTube, his video. But that clip was right there was me playing basically his "Rescue Me or Bury Me" part of it. That's the general. I wasn't trying to play exactly like he did it, but that's what that came from. That's in the exact position where he plays that song. So if you wanted to hear that, not to promote the guy, but anyway, that's what that is. But anyone who knows guitar knows that I'm playing through a gem in this clip. You can tell it's a gem by the sound. And Mr. Leone claims that there's no proof of a robbery. Well, where's my property? How about we find my property, then figure out if there's a robbery, which they don't need to know because they filmed it. They're involved. So he's a lying. You know what he is. He's a lying. Yeah. Anyway, let me continue. Anyway, the guitar, as I posted here. The action was ridiculous. The strings were rusty, and this clip was never supposed to be released. I recorded it with an iPad Mini 2. I was recording it with the Music Memos app. I was testing out the app because eventually I was going to post stuff, and so I just made bunch of these clips, which are most of the clips I posted with this picture. These guitar clips with this picture as the background were all taken around the same. I think the same month I recorded them, or within the 30 days of each other anyway. If not all the same day, I don't remember. I'd have to, search my brain, which is not that important. But anyway, let's continue. See, I was just testing harmonics there, because I actually lost my ability to hit those harmonics from my brain damage. It was weird. I don't know if it's the angle of my hand. I used to be like harmonics were like fucking. I shouldn't swear. My bread and butter. Like I had no. Now it's like to hit harmonics, I got to like relearn it. But that's what I was doing there. That's why I kept hitting that note. Wait. Did it just jump? Where was I? And I had electronic issues with the guitar, as you can hear right there with the switcher, the switching between pickups. That's what that is. It's not a cable. I was going through. It's the actual switch was the problem. I had this guitar for 23 years. I think 23, right? Since 1995, and it was stolen in 2018. So do the math. Wait. No, all right, here's where I left off. Pick slide. Honestly, much of this was me rehabbing from my injuries. This was what was it? A year after I was hit with that military weapon. So a lot of this stuff I hadn't played since before a lot of these injuries. So it was like rehabbing, trying to learn it. How to play again. Because when your brain gets injured, after the cyanide, I didn't play guitar much at all. So in 2007, when I got cyanide, from pretty much when I got out here, I did not play much guitar. So anyway, all those years. because it's not very enjoyable to do a lot of things after cyanide. I can assure you that. All right. The switcher. Now that sounded like I unplugged. Yeah, I unplugged. Did I unplug there? I don't know. It might have been. Now this is another clip from I think another day. I recorded it one day and then I recorded another day. What I did is I used a different moisturizer on my hands because I have skin issues. Half the clip I used one, and then the other half I used another and compared to see. That's what that was. So this is starting a new. I think it was a day after, or it was within a few days. And what happened was, I remember I actually recorded them in two different clips, one day and the other, and then I combined them so I can have it and then compare it. That's what I did. Ugh. I definitely play faster and cleaner on the part 2, which is what I knew before. Basically, was it that? I think it was that Curel Alpha Hydroxy lotion I've been telling you about. The lotion that makes me have discharges. It's because it's got the alpha hydroxy acid, and I have an allergic reaction to it. But it gets water into my muscles, and it makes my skin more supple, which is good for guitar, but not, it's a trade-off. You do it for certain things, but it hurts other things. But that's what usually causes the discharges, is that lotion. So just so you know. Since I've been talking about discharges recently, because I have to, because they're staging a cover-up of my murder, so now I have to talk about shit like that, personal issues. It's from the my terminal brain injury. All right. But anyway, you can tell, any experienced guitar player can tell my action is just way too high there, trying to tap. That guitar needed serious work to it. And apparently Mr. Vi had the work done to it. Well, what they did, apparently, they obviously took the neck off and the hardware off, and they stripped the guitar down, and then let him paint it and do what he wanted to do, and then put it in his video. That's what it appears to have happened. Now, the thing with that is I'm the only one in the world who can ID this guitar. There's nobody. My family can't. They never saw it. And when it came out here, it got like damage to the paint from the rain and all that stuff, and so nobody would be able to ID it. Only me. Nobody out here could. So even the guy Sean I let play the guitar couldn't ID my guitar. He wouldn't know. So I'm the only one who could. And if I'm gone and then they present a guitar and says this is a guitar, they're full of shit. I'm the only one. Let's just say if it was a guitar, it was after it's already been through all the stuff it had been through. But what they can do is simply paint a guitar. They could take my guitar, repaint it, and then present it when I'm gone and say this is a guitar, and the viewer would have no clue what the guitar had been through. However, I would, I could tell, well, this guitar has been stripped and been repainted. Nobody else would be able to tell that. So anyway, let me continue. Now, sloppy, but that's good speed pick. I mean, that's pretty fast speed picking right there. I mean, to say the least. And then just, I'm lost there. And I have way too much gain going on and distortion and all that stuff, which I love. But it's noisy, as you can hear. This guitar really isn't made to do a bunch of speed picking. It'll sound too... it's hard to explain. You can hear what it sounds like. It's made for limited speed picking. It's more for tapping and just playing like melodies and stuff. Yeah, it's considered a shredder's guitar, but like I said, it's more of a measured shredder, not a career shredder. You're not like a N.A. James kind of guy. This guitar probably wouldn't make him too happy over a period of time. It's very twangy. Like when you bend a note, it wants to go wah. When you shred and stuff, it kind of yeah. It's not the best guitar for shredding. Let's just say that it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But here also, I have the amp, the Yamaha THR 10X, the heavy metal version. So it's a modulated amp. It's not a tube amp. So which is why it sounds a lot more mushy as well. And the effects I got going are pretty crazy. I had the effects pretty full on here. But I think that's most of it, right? Let me see. Now that is my brain injury. I had a hard time timing this. This clip that little passage there is from an Yngwie. If you watch Yngwie's video, he's got an instructional video that he did back in like 1990, somewhere around there. He goes through that little thing. And I had learned that, which actually some of this other stuff comes from that as well. And I used to be able to play at full speed, but here I was having a hard time with my brain to time it and all that. It's basically, like I said, I have to rehab to try to relearn it. And my brain either can do it or it won't be able to do it. And we'll find out with learning this Annie James song when I get this new guitar how bad or how much I can actually do. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to be able to play the thing, but I'm going to do my best and we'll see what happens. I think I will be able to. But to play and have the exact time and everything, we'll see. I mean, obviously the brain injury is what it is. But the song... right now, this song would be that 85 song, which is discussed here in this post of his. It's melodic and it's also fast. It's not as fast as playing. It's fast enough. It's definitely in the 9/10 speed range of speed, but it's not 10/10. It's not his fastest stuff. But it's very melodic, nice song, and it shows off your chops quite well. Shows off his chops quite well, and hopefully you can show off my chops. Whatever chops those may be. But yeah, all right. Let me post this on. The reason I made this is so I can put it on YouTube right there at the bottom. But today's date is the 29th of January, 2021. And here, let me see if you can. I don't know if you can see me. Hey, how you doing? I'm Jamie Eads, and there's Santa Monica, right there. Anyway, all right. Let me post.